people, and welcome back if you've been here already to my YouTube channel called Elvish Reactions. I'm Christine E. Schultz, aka the Elvish Author, as I'm known on my other channel, and I wanted to take a second to make this new intro video to my Avatar videos because my Avatar videos were originally on my other YouTube channel. I have another YouTube channel where I read from different books, where I read from my books, where I introduce myself as well as you guys to new books that you might be interested in reading. And I got really interested in doing reaction videos because I love watching other reactors watch my favorite shows and movies and take that emotional journey with them and see what their thoughts are. So I thought to myself, that's something I can maybe be good at, and I really want to try it out. So I started posting my Avatar videos on that channel, but after a few weeks and a little bit of research and some feedback from different viewers, I realized that it's probably going to be best for me and my psyche and my slight OCD tendencies, as well as my viewers, if I just go ahead and do two separate channels. So I'm going to keep my other channel for all of my book-related stuff, and this channel, I've decided, hey, I still have this other channel. It's old. I haven't used it in ages. I'm going to resurrect it and use it as my new reaction channel. So, on that note, the reason I decided to make this new intro video is because my first few Avatar videos, being the first reaction videos I ever made, are kind of a hot mess. The recording was a little bit of a hot mess. The editing was definitely a lot of a hot mess. So these first videos are kind of divided into smaller parts because I didn't know what I was doing yet in regard to editing. Because of, the copyright issues and not including too much of the cartoon itself for copyright issues. Now that I've been doing it for a few weeks, I've learned some things and I've gotten a lot better at that. I also have my boyfriend helping me with editing, and he's, learning a lot about that as well. So the later videos are not quite such a hot mess, but I just kind of wanted to give that warning, and that if they are divided into a little bit smaller sections, initially that's why. Moving forward, so I've watched and reacted to episodes 1 through 8. Moving forward, the episodes are divided into part 1, part 2. I would like to try to get them to where an episode is all in one video, but if not, part 1, part 2 is a lot better than like 50 million parts, which is what we started out with. So yeah, so what I'm going to be doing here is over the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be gradually transferring those files, those reaction videos from my other YouTube to this new official reaction channel. I don't want to dump them all at once because I don't want to give the false impression that I'm going to be doing, daily videos here, because at this point I just can't do that. So I'm going to do, a few each week, and then once we're caught up, I'll resume watching and just keep going with the series. I'm definitely still trying to do 2 episodes a week with the series once I have all those episodes I've already done transferred over. What I will say is that even though the videos were kind of a hot mess, I did have some really lovely comments over on my other channel, so I must have been entertaining enough and had good enough reactions for people to still want to watch them. If you are coming here from my other channel and you want a way to help me out, I would love if you could leave some comments here over on this channel, but you don't have to. I'm just saying that if you feel like helping a girl out as I get the channel going, feel free to drop some comments over here now that this is the official reaction channel. I do have a lot of old videos on here of me singing. Some are decent, some are, a little wonky, but I'm keeping that all up here because if anyone's entertained by that, great, go for it. On that note, I think we're really ready to jump into it, so I'm just gonna let the first part of my reacting to the first 3 episodes of Avatar roll from here. Again, it's not all in one part, it is divided into smaller parts because that's just what I had to work with when I first started doing this. But yeah, we're just gonna let it go. On that note, happy watching, and I look forward to taking this journey of watching Avatar with you guys. This is a show that my best friend Adam has begged me to watch for honestly years now, saying that I would love it, and honestly looking at it, I do think I would love it. I'm just so busy that it's not something I've had time to sit down and watch. So maybe if I watch it with y'all, that'll give me motivation to start watching it. I have seen the first 3 episodes. I am still going to go ahead and start with the first episode because I feel like if we're going to go on this journey together, we may as well start at the beginning, even though I've already seen the beginning. Let's strap on your elf ears and get ready to listen. And I guess, gosh, for something like this, I need to tell you to strap on your pop in your elf eyes, is that how that would work? And get ready to watch Avatar with me. Okay, so what happened was I recorded my reaction to episode 1, and this was the first time I've ever done anything like this, and apparently I don't know what I'm doing because the video, the Avatar clips, ended up being an entirely black screen instead of the cartoon that we're supposed to be watching. So I did a little bit of research, I figured out why that happened and how to prevent it for episodes 2 and onward. I'm not going to re-record I'm not going to re-record episode 1 with me reacting to it because since I just did it, I feel like it wouldn't be, I don't know, it just wouldn't be a genuine reaction. So I'm going to include the clip where I shared my thoughts at the end of the episode, but then we're just going to move on and jump into episodes 2 and 3 so that way we can be caught up with the episodes that I've already watched before. And that means the next video will be me reacting to brand new material. Yeah, so that was me watching the first episode of Avatar, rewatching. Like I said, I've seen just the first 3 episodes. But yeah, I love the beginning. I think it's a good beginning to the show. Some people have said that the show starts out a little bit slow. I guess I don't know if I can see why they would think that. It kind of starts off with quite a bang. There's a lot that happened in that show. You meet Aang, you meet Katara and Sokka. I think that was his name. You meet the village folk. You have Aang coming out of the iceberg after being in there for probably 100 years, according to Katara. And I really like that concept. You know, how jarring would that be to wake up, think that you've only been asleep for a few days, and then find out that you've been Rip Van Winkle times 5, and it's 100 years in the future. I think that would be really jarring. You'd have to wonder, are my friends, is anybody that I knew still alive? Are my friends still alive? Did he have any family? I'm glad that he has Appa with him because that might be the only person that he knew from back then that survived. But hopefully the show will explore more of that and his past and his history and just how he feels coming into this new world 100 years later and dealing with that and the emotions of that. Because even though it is a kid's show, I kind of have a feeling that I can already tell that it has some depth to it. Adam described it more as a family show. He kind of makes the distinction between a kid's show being just for kids, but this being a family show where both kids and adults can really get something out of it. And I also really like the elemental magic. I like that this is book 1, water. I assume that we're going to be dealing a lot with Katara and maybe her learning her water bending. And that as we get into the other elements, the other books, that we will learn more about those peoples and that magic and those cultures and maybe, meet some of those people more. But yeah, great start to what I think will be a great series. This is something I would have loved as a kid. I'm hoping to love it as an adult. Let me know in the comments. Well, let me know anything down in the comments, but including how you liked this first reaction video. Is this something that you would like to see more of from me? I will probably do at least a few more to see how I feel about it and to see how if you guys are enjoying them. Hey, so even though episode 1 didn't work out, we know more what we're doing now, and we're going to jump into episodes 2 and 3 of Avatar. I want to go ahead and do those back to back since those are the 3 episodes that I've seen before. And that way, with the next video, we can start with some genuine first-time reactions of episode 4 and beyond. So I didn't get to say this last time, but I really love this opening. I love elemental magic, and I love the idea of any world where everyone works together in harmony, but then there's a war, and then they have to learn to work to harmony together again. I have a couple of books I've written like that, so definitely into that kind of storyline.
But I believe Aang can save the world.
Oh, I like that too, how they added a little bit more from the first intro. I wonder if they'll do that for each time.
Previously on Avatar.
Finally.
Oh yeah, this guy. I'm curious about the scar on his face. We'll find out more about that.
Head a course.
And Appa, you guys wouldn't have seen this because I messed up my first video. But I really like Appa. He reminds me of Falcor from the Neverending Story a little bit.
The ship could be booby-trapped.
I also really love Aang's character so far. He just seems really sweet and pure of a character.
I don't know.
a few days, maybe?
I think it was more like 100.
And I also really like Katara's hair. Side note. Oh, it's the kids! I love them too, especially that kid that uses the bathroom all the time. That is definitely me.
You're leading them straight to us, aren't you?
I like Sokka. I like that he's the skeptic of this whole group. I think that it's good to have a skeptic of the group. He asks all the right questions, like where the heck did this guy pop up from the ice like a daisy from, if, you know, daisies popped out of ice. But yeah, I hope he gets over himself real fast, because the enemy's coming and it's not Aang.
Yeah, we were on the ship and there was this booby trap and, well, we boobied right into it.
Katara, I'm keeping my promise to Dad. I'm protecting you from threats like him.
Aang is not our enemy.
Wonder what backstory we'll get for that.
See? Aang's brought us something we haven't had in a long time. Fun.
That makes me think of the scene in The Lion King 2, which is one of my favorite things, where, what's his name, Kovu is just like, you know, what part of my training is this? And Kiara's like, this isn't training, this is just fun. And he's literally never heard of fun before. Sokka's got a little bit of Kovu vibes going on right now. By the way, I watched The Lion King 2 on repeat as a kid, and it's one of very few Disney sequels that is like on par with the first one for me. Another contender might be Cinderella 3. Surprisingly good little gem of a film.
Katara.
Fine. Then I'm banished too.
I like that she has the same hair as her grandma. The North Pole. In case y'all were wondering, Santa's real secret to delivering all those gifts is using the power of airbenders to deliver everything through the air in time on Christmas Eve.
Him over your tribe? Your own family?
She's gotta find out who she is and how to control her powers, but that's a hard choice.
Tara, I don't want to come between you and your family.
He's so sweet. I love him. He's so pure.
So,
Wow. I haven't cleaned my room in 100 years.
Sweetheart.
Not looking forward
I'm
to
sure
that.
it's not dirty after you being asleep for 100 years. He is. He's like the lazy Falcor. I love him so much.
I thought so.
Aww. You know it's a good show when episode 2 it's already really emotional.
Ready our defenses. The Fire Nation could be on our shores any moment now.
But I got
Yes, that's
Body
me.
break.
I would totally have to pee in the middle of a war. It would be such a problem. I really like the animation too. I think it's held up really well. With this being a little bit older of a show.
Yeah, I liked her too.
Yeah, I really like the chemistry between Aang and Katara. I don't mean in like romantic way, but I think they had really good chemistry starting.
Village.
Yeah, I'm really curious to learn about. Oh, this is Sokka. But I'm really curious to learn about. I don't remember his name yet, but the Fire Prince. I'm really curious to know about his history with the scar and just who he is more as a person.